Hey everybody, welcome to Comics with Bueller. As always, I'm Bueller. Today is episode 55 of Coffee, Comics, and Comments. This is where I show you some great books, I drink some awesome coffee, and I read some of the comments you guys left on my previous videos. And as you can see, I am not alone again. I have my friend Bob with me. Bob, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Very good. He sent me a picture this morning. He was having an allergic reaction. He looked like the Red Hulk, but he's on set right now, looking good, and he brought some books. And you know what? We're showing some CGC books today because Bob is a collector of CGC books, and I am not, but that's okay. I still like them anyway.
Everybody has their own thing.
That's right. Everybody has their own thing, and it's kind of what brings us all together. But let's talk about the coffee that we're drinking today.
Sure.
Bob stopped by the coffee shop Mocha Express, which is the official coffee shop for Comics with Bueller. I got, again, a hazelnut latte, but guess what? Yesterday, I saw eggnog at the store.
What?
Which means that eggnog is on its way. They asked me if I've seen it, and I said yes. So they are picking up eggnog. So next week, eggnog latte is back for like 3 straight months. And I'm looking forward to it. What'd you get?
You know, this time I went a little bit different, and I actually got one of the Buellers. This is called the Bueller, which is basically a peanut butter mocha, and it's actually pretty tasty.
Awesome. It's a cold one. I usually get the hot version. It's pretty good?
It's iced, yeah. It's
Okay.
really good. I like it.
Not bad. Let me go ahead and take a sip of mine. It tastes just like it did last week, but I can't wait for the eggnog. I was so excited. I saw that last night. I was like, man, it's going to happen.
Sleigh bells are ringing, man.
That's right. I'm very excited. Very excited. We got a lot of great books to show you guys today. Like I said, he's got a bunch of CGCs, and it looks like they're autographed.
Yes.
And so he's going to talk about those. We got a lot of great comments and a lot of stuff to cover. But let's not waste any more time. We'll take a look at some of my books, which aren't really up to par with Bob's books this week because he really kind of wanted to show off, and I could see that. Look at him right there. He's very happy. So anyway,
all comics are great.
Yeah.
All comics are great.
The first ones I'm showing are actually books that were sold in my auction on Friday night, and I wanted to show them before I send them away. They're going to go out this morning, which is Monday. It's Sunday night right now, but you guys understand what's going on. But the first one I want to show is this one right here. This is Venom number 9. Love that cover. I believe Steve Whiting got these. Venom number 20. Another awesome Venom cover. Love that one. Venom number 2. That one looks familiar, right?
It does.
Very cool. And Venom number 6. Another great looking book. These are all leaving my collection. And this one, Spider-Woman number 1, another book we sold on the auction. Very nice looking book. I was just showing it to Bob. It looks really clean. It's a beautiful
Really
book. And then last one was the hot book, Amazing Spider-Man number 210, which is the CBSI number 1 top 10 book, and it was also on Key Collector Comic Tom's top 10. It was a number 1 book as well. And I just so happened to have it, so I sold it at the auction. So what gets better than that, right?
That's awesome. I looking at the top 10 on Friday night, this was on there. I was very surprised. I love this book. And lo and behold, he had it in the auction, and this is a really good copy. So whoever got that, congratulations to you.
And I made a little bit of money. So.
Of course, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
That was pretty good. So thank you one last time showing these books before I send them out. And but I'll always have the record showing them on here that they were in my collection. And who knows, they might find their way back, as most of the books do.
Absolutely.
I've noticed, which is great.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and read some of the comments. These comments are very special because these comments are from the brand new show that me and my buddy Sam, who you've met before, Sam and I do a show called The BS Show. You can just use your imagination what the BS stands for. But my name is Bueller, and obviously that's Sam, but there's other names that you could use that for. We do a show called The BS Show. It's on my other channel, Nerd Talk with Bueller, and it's on Sam's Tangled Web. We kind of rotate back and forth. Mm-hmm. This week, it'll be on Sam's Tangled Web. So do me a favor. I'll put a link to his channel. Check it out. You're definitely going to want to hear these comments that are left, because honestly, it's probably one of the most funny, cringe, uncomfortable shows that you could watch about comic books.
It was awesome. You know, the very first episode, I think I cringed more than laughed. But on Friday when I came home, it had just dropped, and I couldn't stop laughing. Awesome stuff, man.
It's a lot of fun. Sam is a good sport. He really enjoys it. You know, just so you guys know, Sam and I are very good friends.
Yes.
We're both on board for the show. So some people from the outside might say, "Oh, this is kind of weird," but he has a great time. I have a great time, and from the comments, it sounds like a lot of people are having a great time.
Yeah.
But the first one is from Brett F. And Brett F. says, "What a great show. I have no idea what books you showed." That's kind of the point. I was laughing so hard. I will pick up some deodorant for my next Comic-Con. Keep the BS show coming. I have to watch this once again. You guys are hysterical. There was a part about the deodorant, about the Comic-Con. And like you said, we show books, but really it's not really about the books that we show. It's just kind of having fun and I don't really know how to explain it, but it's just a good time.
It really is. It really is. The back and forth between you and Sam is hilarious. There's some moments where it feels kind of awkward, and that's part of it, and I just absolutely love it.
Sometimes we have to cut each other off.
For sure.
Sam got a little detailed last week. I was like, "Oh, we got to change the subject." The next one is from our buddy Fire Guy Ryan from the Comic Tom 101 channel. Fire Guy Ryan said, "I love this. I haven't laughed this hard in a long time. You both are hilarious together." Fire Guy Ryan, he actually sent me a message. He goes, "I want to be on the show." He's like, "I want to be on the background, just making faces," type thing. But it is. People who watch the show, like I said, it's on my other channel, Nerd Talk with Bueller, and it's on Sam's Tangled Web. Please check out both those channels. You are not going to be disappointed. You are going to laugh. You're going to enjoy it. It's on Wednesdays. We don't really have a time. It's after we pick up our new comics, usually around 2 o'clock, I think.
About 2 o'clock, yeah.
And we go for as long as we want, really. There's no set time frame. But it's a lot of fun. So please join us there. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. And there's 3 episodes so far, so every week there'll be a brand new one. So
And it alternates between your 2 channels, right?
Yeah, so like I said, this week is going to be on Sam's Tangled Web, and then next week back to Nerd Talk with Bueller, and eventually it might make it to the main channel type thing, which we'll do something special for that. I don't know, maybe the 20th or 25th episode or something like that,
Sure.
Anniversary or something.
It's slowly becoming one of my favorite shows that I'm out there, man. I really love it.
I get that a lot. A lot of the comments are like, "This is like my new favorite show type
For
thing."
sure.
So very cool. Okay, let's get to some of these books that this gentleman brought over, but I'm having a sip of my coffee first.
Yeah, I'll take a sip of mine as well.
But he brought
That way I
some
don't get dry mouth.
CGC good stuff. I don't even know what these are.
So I'll just put this up here for a second. One of the things that I really love in collecting is not just slab comics, but I like the signature series. There's something about meeting some of the creators that give us this beautiful content that we pour ourselves into. And I've been a comic collector since I was 12 years old, and so some of these guys, I just like an opportunity to be able to say thank you for what you provided for us, and it gives me a moment in time that I can kind of capture. They signed the book, it gets slabbed, and it goes into my personal collection, and I really enjoy that part of it. I know some people, they don't like the signature series, but to each his own. This first one is Daredevil #1. I got it signed by Chip Zdarsky at the Seattle Comic-Con, which was great. This is one of those that I'll have cracked open, and I'll have Joe Quesada sign it, because that was one of the variant covers by Joe Quesada, and I love his art. The next one is also a Daredevil.
Look at these things.
This right here is Daredevil #1, but it's the Comics Pro variant from the Comics Pro show.
Oh, that's cool.
And that one is also signed by Chip Zdarsky. Some of you might remember this one from Comic Tom's Top 10. It was on there a couple of months ago, and I just love this cover.
I like it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go.
Now the next one, some of you remember this one. It's X-Men #266. First appearance of who?
Colossus?
Colossus? No,
It's
come on.
not Colossus. It's Gambit.
His first appearance of Gambit, that's right. And this one is actually signed by Andy Kubert and Chris Claremont. I got a chance to meet Chris Claremont a couple of months ago, and it was just an awesome time being at the Washington State SummerCon and getting some of these books signed.
I met him too.
Did you? Yes, you did.
He was sitting in the audience.
Right front row.
Front row.
This right here is the anniversary edition of X-Men #1 done by Jim Lee. And this one I really love because it has they redid the artwork, new coloring. It's an awesome book. Retail, I mean, now you can get it for about $60, but once I had the guy signed, I think the value of it went way up. But it's signed by Jim Lee, Scott Williams, and Chris Claremont, and this has quickly become one of my favorites inside of my collection. I just love it.
I like that one. You can leave that one here.
Yeah, that's right. Next one is the same exact book, but if you notice, this one I had actually graded by CBCS. This is signed by both Jim Lee and then the legendary, rest in peace, Stan Lee.
Wow.
This was signed before they started doing grading and things like that, and so CBCS has they can authenticate signatures, and so I had to have them authenticate Stan Lee's signature. But I just absolutely love this cover. It's one of my favorite covers of all time, and I had to get this. I had to get Stan Lee to sign. And last but not least,
I'm still hoping to get him to sign one of my books.
That would be awesome if you did, man.
I don't think it's going to happen.
This one is actually, I wanted to show this one because this is my prized possession. This is the book right here that got me into comics, everybody. This is Avengers number 58, written by the great Roy Thomas. This book really touched me in a very special way when I was a kid, and I've been a comic collector ever since. And so I was able to get the great Roy Thomas to sign just a couple of months ago and hang out with him, and it was like being transported back to being 12 years old again, and I just absolutely love that. Hope you enjoyed these, guys.
Very cool. Go ahead and leave that one up there.
Oh, sure.
Don't drop it.
I'm not
Remember
going
last
to.
week?
I do.
Okay.
I'm not going to double tap.
Let's go ahead and get back to some of the comments here. I like being able to show some CGCs because I don't have any, really. I only have a couple of them. And now I got my buddy Bob here bringing over his collection, which works out pretty well. And it's some pretty cool stuff. These next comments, the next 4 are from the last week's copy video that we did. I read your comment on the last part. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
What are you going to do?
We just roll with the punches
That's
here.
right. Wesley Matzel. This one is from Wesley Matzel. Bueller, man, I love the chilled video of these Monday vids. I get to unwind and watch these with a copy when I get in from work. Keep them coming. That's kind of what my goal for this video series. It's very relaxing. There's not really much to it, It's just kind of hanging out, having some coffee, and showing some books,
Yeah.
And it doesn't really matter what the books are. We have obviously a variety of books that we're showing this time. So Wesley, thank you so much. This is a chill, coffee's to be chilled. So
Absolutely. And I love the conversation, and coffee's good, man.
that's right. The next one is from Ruben Neves. How you doing, Ruben? He says, awesome job, Bueller. Really cool to have a friend nearby. And Spawn is awesome. I love some Spawn books. Keep up the great work, buddy. I'm looking forward to Just the Keys. It's been a long time coming, going back to the roots. And an awesome logo. Can't wait to see you guys again. Well, you don't have to wait long. You're seeing this gentleman right here. A lot of stuff in this comment. Obviously, I've changed my logo. I asked you guys last week about it, and I went ahead and changed it over. It's the new Comics with Bueller logo. It's pretty easy to read and everything. I think it's pretty neat. And that brings us to the point to where this is the first video that we're starting Content Month. There is literally a video every day this month, starting with this one right here. We'll have our top 10 video on Tuesday. We'll have our sneak peek on Wednesday. We will have my the Double Me video is coming back. That will be on Thursday, where I yell at myself. That's always fun. Just the Keys videos is coming back. eBay versus Overstreet, comic book collections, 50-cent comic book calls, you name it. Everything's coming. There's a video every day this month. You're going to get sick and tired of seeing me, and that's my goal. Thank you, Ruben. Appreciate that. And, like you said, the Spawn ones are really cool. I sold a bunch of those Spawns at the auction. So they all went really fast. So that was awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and take another sip. I get to show my non-slab books. Which, because I just don't have any like this gentleman. You should see this guy at the con, man. He's all working the system. He's got like an escort following him around, verifying the signatures. This guy knows what he's doing.
Got a method to my madness.
He does. I found some independent books I was looking for. Murder Falcon #1. I've heard that's pretty good. Pick that one up. Black Manor #1. This is an autographed copy by the artist, I believe. I actually picked up 3 of these at TFA, and they were half off there, $2 a piece, and they were signed.
Wow.
So that was cool. Midnight Sky is another one I missed out on a couple weeks ago, so I found that. Found The Plot, which was another one I missed at the local shops, and I found it in Portland yesterday, so that's pretty cool.
Is that issue #1?
That's #1, yep.
Oh, wow.
Web of Spider-Man, did a little bit of digging. Web of Spider-Man number 36. Okay, I'm going to put you to the task. What is it?
Web of Spider-Man 36?
Yeah.
Is that the first appearance of the black suit?
No.
No? Okay. Sorry.
It's first appearance of Tombstone.
Tombstone!
So close.
Love that guy.
He's, yeah. Next one, these are great. What If featuring Daredevil and Captain America number 38. I love the What If books.
Some of my favorite.
Yeah. And then What If the Invisible Woman or Invisible Girl had died, number 42. So I found those as well. So I did a little bit of hunting, found some books, not dropping any books. And there you go. So I was pretty happy about that, right?
It's a fine, steady hand you have there.
It's like I've done this for 55 times in a row. So I have some practice. I've dropped my fair share of books.
Right.
Well, that's okay. Okay, Bob, you're up. Next two, last two comments are from you. So there you go.
Awesome stuff. So the first comment comes from Thomas Gray. And I guess it's about me, Thomas. Thank you. It says you should keep this guy in your show.
No.
Good combo. Hey, Thomas, thank you very much. Yeah, I like being on the show. It's actually just an absolute privilege. I happen to like this guy, and so I mean, I'd like to do this going forward if he'll have me on. So, but thank you very much.
I'm being forced to have him on.
And the next one comes from the Comic Club Inc. It says, "Nice to meet you, Bob. I'm the comic pusher. Send us the link to your show when you get it up and running." Thank you very much, Comic Book Pusher. Appreciate that. And yes, the link to my show will be coming soon. We'll have an intro video coming out here pretty soon. But the show is going to basically center around local comic shop spotlights and maybe some Comic-Con countdowns. But I'm really looking forward to dropping those and creating some content. But thank you very much.
We got to talk about that last guy real quick.
What's that?
The Comic Club Inc. All right, we got to bring this guy up because he put out a video this last week.
Oh, this is the guy.
This is the guy. Oh. This is the guy. I was just talking to Bob about it. He has his own exclusive variant comics. Mm-hmm. And if you go to his channel, the Comic Club Inc., or known as the Comic Pusher, he's a comic shop owner in Florida. And he actually took a handful of comics he shredded them in a shredder. And I'll put a little picture up here so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. But he shredded like the Infinity Gauntlet #1.
Right.
And like some DC books, and Sam was pretty happy about that. That's a different story. But very entertaining. I could see where people might be like, oh, they're shredding comic books. But this guy is a comic shop owner. He's literally been around comics his whole life. He probably dreams comics type thing. And it was very entertaining. It was put together well, looked good, sounded good. Go check it out. Like I said, it's on the channel, the Comic Club Inc. It's a lot of fun. And this is the first edition. Mm-hmm. And he's actually selling these books. He's got them all packaged up really cool. And you can buy them on eBay. And you can bid on them. People have already bid on them. And a certain percentage of it goes to charity as well. So it's a lot of fun. And I think you're going to enjoy it. So go check it out. He's shredding some books. He's not shredding like Hulk 181 or ASM number 129 or nothing like that. But these are, just a few dollar books type thing. But it's fun.
Right. Well, I think the one I saw was Crisis on Infinite Earths. and as soon as it got to the shredding part, I had to stop. I was like, what are you doing? But I'll go back and watch and check it out because I'm sure it's pretty entertaining.
It was. That's why I liked it. I like entertaining stuff and stuff that is different. And it's definitely, I haven't seen something like it before. So it's worth your time. Go check it out. You won't be disappointed. Okay, let me check and see if we got everything off our list here. The BS show, like I said, the link will be down below for Sam's Tangled Web and my other channel, Nerd Talk with Bueller. Let's see, Content Week, we got that. But before we go any further, Bob has even more comics to show. So let me put these down, and we'll go ahead and get the Bob's last stack of goodies.
So, as I said with the slab comics, I like comics to get signed. These are comics that I have in a special box because these are comics that I'm going to take to Comic-Cons and get them signed going forward. This one is actually pretty special because I bought some comics off of one of Bueller's auctions. And I don't know if you've ever bought any books from there. He'll send you some free books. I mean, he's such an awesome guy. And in my package this month, here was Black Hammer #1, which is a comic that I haven't got yet. I want, And when Jeff Lemire comes out to the next show, I'm going to have him sign that. So that's the first
I
one.
want to show this on the back. So if you guys aren't aware, this was part of my books that was in the eBay versus Overstreet, and that's my notes that are on the back when I'm doing that video, the value of the book and stuff.
As you can see, I kept your back.
Very cool, very cool.
This next one is The Year of the Villain, #1. This came out on Free Comics Books Day for $25. This is the 1 in 500 variant.
Oh, you got that one.
I did, by Greg Capullo.
Who'd you get that from?
I got that from Bruce, actually, over at Comics Adventure.
You're the one.
But that's one I definitely am going to get signed by Greg Capullo. Then I got a couple of Alex Ross covers.
Love
Here's
that
one
cover.
that was really awesome. I can't wait to get that one signed. And then, of course, from the Immortal Hulk, this is probably my favorite cover from the Immortal Hulk series.
Yep.
And we'll get both of those signed.
I'm going to hold these so you don't drop it.
Yeah,
I know it's coming.
Next, a couple are thick.
That's right.
This next one just came out recently, but I love this cover. I'll get that one signed by Steranko the next time I see him. He's just an awesome guy at the cons. If you ever get a chance, he'll talk to you for about a half an hour before he signs something.
Yeah,
but he's amazing. Next one is the New Teen Titans, #1. Of course, this was Marv Wolfman and George Perez. I definitely am going to get that signed by Marv Wolfman. But last month, or a couple months ago, there was a con in Indianapolis where George Perez had to cancel. And he's going to have a private signing. And so I'll probably get that signed by him. And then, of course, this, which is Avengers 196, first appearance of Taskmaster. I'll be getting that signed by George Perez as well. Those are my comics, guys. I hope you like them.
He wants them all signed.
I do.
He just wants every one of his books signed. That's
by creators
cool.
that I appreciate.
There you go.
There you go.
I'll just get them signed by random people. It doesn't even matter if they worked on the book.
There you go.
You just sign it.
Hey, Mr. Emeling, can you sign my Hulk 181?
Perfect. That works just fine. They're like, what for? But, they get it.
There you go.
Well, those are great. Obviously, the CGCs that you showed and the graded books and these, along with mine, not that great, but still some awesome books. Thanks, everybody. Let me double check once again. I want to say thank you we did hit 7,000 subscribers. I knew we would. We were just right on the border of doing it.
Sure.
And so we're obviously 7,000 and a handful more since then. So on our way to 8,000, believe it or not. So thank you for that. Don't forget to be looking for the hashtag Where's Liefeld. If you're not aware of what that is, go back and look at some of the videos. You'll figure it out. It's kind of cool. It's kind of a little fun game in the videos. But I think that's about it. Do you have anything else, Bob?
I don't have anything else right now. I really appreciate being on the show today, and can't wait to see what comes next.
Awesome. Two-timer right here. I might have to get him a jacket next time, or something like the Saturday Night Live jacket or something like that.
There you go.
I don't know. But thanks, everybody. Appreciate you taking the time. Enjoy the week. Thank you so much. All those auction winnings are going out today, so thank you to everyone who bid on the auction. And that's all I got. So don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys know what to do. We'll see you next time. Bye.